Hello, and welcome to today's video. So I recently started going to the chiropractor, and so I thought it would be kind of fun to tell you guys about my experience with that so far and why I ended up going to the chiropractor. So, for starters, I've dealt with like a noticeable. I feel like that's probably the most fitting word. A noticeable about a back pain over the last few years. It's been especially bad probably just this last year, but it's something that's been noticeable for a while. And obviously back pain is not fun, especially those with chronic back pain know that it is not a fun time. And it's never like it's been the worst back pain ever, like it's been so crippling, like that I couldn't get out of bed. Like there were definitely days where it made it harder to get out of bed, but it's like nothing too extreme. But it's enough that like it was noticeable that it's like something isn't quite right. Like I shouldn't be in this much pain. I'm 21. Like, what reason does my back have to hurt this much? And so it's been like a noticeable thing for a while. And like I certainly am good at complaining about it. I don't like to be somebody that complains, but sometimes I'm somebody that complains, and my back hurting is a really easy thing to complain about. But yeah, so it's been something that's bothered me for a while, but I haven't really done anything about it because I'm like, anything medical is usually really expensive, and like I just didn't feel like I was in the place that I had the time or the money to look into ways to help my back. So I kind of just let it be and just did what I could to help with the bad days, because it wasn't like an everyday thing. Like it was, more like there would be a couple of bad days a week, or like by the end of the workday I was usually pretty sore, but like I was like, whatever, it's the end of the workday. Like, well, I mean, you get to the end of the workday for like a normal person, so like 5 or 6, and it'll hurt, and I'll be like, nah, I'm gonna still be working for 2 or 3 more hours because I'm self-employed and I have that option. So that's about how that goes. But yeah, so my husband's uncle actually is a chiropractor, and so my husband and all of his family have like gone to him for like ever essentially. And so like my husband's been very encouraging of like getting me to go to the chiropractor too, just like, this will probably really help with your back. And I'm like, I bet it will. I just, don't know like if it's the right time for it. But so finally a couple of months ago, his uncle does like this little workshop thing where it's like all about healthy living, but like a small group of his clients at a time will come in and like kind of just like get some just general guidance, like a reminder of like what why chiropractic why it's important to go to the chiropractor. I feel like that's the easiest way to say that. And but like also just goes over like how to have a healthy lifestyle and like taking care of your body and stuff like that. And then it's like when he does these little workshops, they're welcome to invite people that might be interested. And obviously I was interested, so I went, and like going, I didn't know if it was going to lead to me like starting to like go to the chiropractor and stuff, but it was just like, at the very least, let's get some information and kind of go from here. And I went to the thing, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so for me, because like the amount of like science that it's rooted in, and all of the stuff that it was talking about, like with just nerves and how like legitimately it makes your whole body function better. And I'm like, this makes a lot of sense to me. It's got like the scientific backing, but it's also just like a really natural way to help and heal your body. And I am all about really natural ways to help and heal my body. So like I got very excited, and talking to my husband's uncle, and so we decided to, like plan a time to do like kind of just like kind of like the inpatient, like the new patient kind of like check up, kind of figure out like where I'm at, what I need help with, and try to figure out like what is causing my pain. And after doing that, there were multiple very obvious things. Like he had the whole report. Like we met up and then like talked over things. He did like analysis of my spine, of my posture, like weight distribution, like a bunch of stuff like that. And then I went and got an x-ray of my like neck and upper spine as well. And then so we met up like a couple weeks later and to like go over all of it. And essentially I don't know that he directly said it, but kind of the message I received is like, your spine shouldn't be this bad considering how young you are. And I'm like, yeah, cool. But I'm like, at the same time, it was honestly comforting to like look at the he showed me my x-ray compared to an x-ray of like what it's supposed to look like, and it was very noticeably different. And honestly, it's like I just felt relieved. I'm like, I finally have an explanation for this pain, for this suffering. Like, there is a reason that you can see right here that, like, it was a crazy thing when we did the initial thing. Like, he would be like feeling on my back and he would like touch a part of my spine, and it was like somewhere where I was sore, and he'd be like, oh yeah, that's not good. And like, I didn't even say anything, like he would just feel it. And I'm like, the fact that he can tell that something's not right there and that's exactly like where it hurts was just like such a sign to me that it's like, yeah, this is legit, and like this is something that is going to help me. So like after going over all of it and just being able to like actually see and like have that reference and like understand it's like, this is why I'm in pain, it was like just the most like validating thing. It was like, I'm not making this up, I'm not being dramatic. It's like something is legitimately wrong, and that's why I'm hurting, and there's a way to fix it. And so um obviously I was still really nervous about like the financial side of things, because like I know his family and like that some people in the family like had like worked out different things for payment, but like I didn't really know like what he was currently doing. And so I was just like, I'm nervous to figure this out, but I also just felt this reassurance that it was like, this is going to help my body so much that like it's going to be worth it. Whatever time and money I have to invest in this is going to be so worth it, because it's going to allow me to function better. It's going to get me into a physical shape where I can work more during the day and, you know, make up any money or time that's lost by, you know, having to go to the chiropractor. And so I was just like, you know what, like let's just do this. Like I need this to get into my optimal health. And like that's one of the things that his uncle like always talks about is like optimal health. And I'm like, that is just so aligned with like me and what I care about. Like I care a lot about my health and how I'm taking care of my body. And just seeing so many of those same kind of principles embodied within chiropractic. I don't know how to say that. I keep trying to say that and it just does not sound right. But within the world of chiropractic services, I guess. But it's like, and it aligns so well with my values and just something that I genuinely need. And so I was like, you know what? Like whatever it ends up taking, like this is something that I want to do. And so I go to like the couple of like little things, and then I get adjusted for the first time. And it was the most fascinating thing. It's like my back popped so much. And then like he adjusted my like atlas as well. And that was the craziest thing. It's like he did that. And then I stand up and he's like, this is going to be like the most like correct that your body has, the most correct shape that your body has been in who knows how long. And it was just such like a crazy thing to stand up and just like, it's like my body felt right. Like I could tell that there was a difference after the adjustment. And I'm just like, this is actually really neat. And it was all fun. Wow, that was awkward. This curl is being weird. But like it was good for like a couple of hours, and then it like the soreness start to set in. Because having your back adjusted from a very incorrect and uncomfortable state being moved to the right state obviously is gonna, be a noticeable change. And so I was like, I got pretty sore, but I was just like, but this is for something better than just a little bit of comfort right now. So I guess whatever. But it was a little sore, and so I was like, good to know. But then so we did like the final kind of thing where it was like he went over the last little bit of information, and there was me and another lady there who was, just getting started. And then so like one at a time, he took us back, and like we planned like things out. And it's like he talked to her first, and it's like I could barely hear from the other room, but like I could tell that they were talking about like the financial side of it. And so I just kind of tried to tune it out, but like it was hard not to notice when she was just like, oh yeah, I don't know like if I can afford that. And it made me so sad, because I could tell that like it was really something that she needed and wanted, but she was just like, I don't know if I can make this work financially. And I'm just like, like, I know that this kind of stuff is expensive, but like, what's gonna happen? And like, I was kind of stressed about it, but I was like, you know what? It's like, I've already decided. It's like, this is what my body needs, and it's gonna be okay. Like, I will make things work out. And so finally, she leaves, and I think they figured something out so that it would work, and she seemed pretty content, and I was just like, that's good. But and so then he comes back, and he's like, you're part of the family now, so like, you don't even worry about cost. Like, I am happy to do this complimentary. Like, if in the future you can pay for it, like, you're free to, but there's no pressure. And I was just like, I can't even tell you like how much I appreciate that. Like, I will absolutely be paying when I can afford it, but obviously it's kind of hard to right now. And so it was such just a huge relief. Like, I just love that. Like, that, not only that commitment to family, but also this, like, the grace that showed me as a person. Because obviously it's like, this is something I needed and was struggling to access. If it wasn't for this situation where it's literally family, I wouldn't be able to. And so I was just beyond grateful. But so now going into getting started, I have to go 3 times a week to get adjusted. And it has, oh, my back is so sore. I have to go in like 5 minutes to go get adjusted again. And it's been 2 days since I was last there, and I'm still sore. And so I'm like, whew, it's gonna be a lot of soreness. But I know, like, after I get through the initial 3 months, like, then it's gonna just go to once a week, and it's gonna be a lot more low key. But it's like, my body is gonna hurt while it's getting back into the right position, but it's gonna be so worth it. Long term, it's gonna be so much better, and I'm just excited to heal, to get to the point where my back just doesn't hurt every day. And it's pretty exciting. So yeah, that is the beginning of my journey with going to the chiropractor. I'm so excited about it and so grateful for how everything worked out. And yeah, I'm excited. Let me know in the comments if any of you guys have ever gone to the chiropractor and what your thoughts are on it. And then make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.